Have you ever wondered why Montessori materials look so simple, yet children can spend so much time completely absorbed in them? That's really the beauty and power of these materials. Montessori materials are not just teaching tools, they are carefully designed learning apparatus created by Maria Montessori based on her deep observation of how children naturally learn. She was also influenced by the early work of Dr. Itard and Edward Seguin, who worked with children with special needs. Montessori studied their ideas, built on them, and transformed them into a complete system of materials designed for all children. Materials like the pink tower, red rods, and knobbed cylinders may look simple, but each one has a very specific purpose. They are designed to match the child's natural development and are presented in a thoughtful sequence. One of the most unique features is that each material isolates just one concept at a time, allowing the child to focus deeply without feeling overwhelmed. Dr. Montessori also understood that children learn through their senses, so she created materials that help refine each sense: visual, auditory, tactile, smell, and taste. Through these experiences, children begin to understand the world around them in a very concrete and meaningful way. Another important feature is what we call control of error. The material itself shows the child whether something needs to be corrected. This allows the child to learn independently without always relying on an adult. And over time, this builds confidence, concentration, coordination, and a strong sense of independence. She also identified what she called sensitive periods, special windows of time when children are naturally ready to learn certain skills like language, order, or movement. When the right materials are offered at the right time, learning feels almost effortless. As children begin their journey in the children's house, they start with their practical life activities, simple everyday tasks that builds focus, coordination, and independence. Then they move into sensorial materials, which are often called pre-mathematics, because they lay the foundation for later mathematical thinking. Take the pink tower, for example. At first glance, it looks like a simple stacking activity. But through this work, the child is developing visual discrimination, coordination, and concentration. At the same time, they are indirectly preparing for mathematical concepts like sequencing, comparison, and dimension. As we begin to look at the progression of Montessori materials, we start to see a very beautiful and intentional journey of learning, one that moves from concrete experience and to abstract understanding. In mathematics, this journey begins with the very simple and meaningful materials that allow the child to physically experience quantity. One of the earliest materials is the spindle box. With this material, the child is introduced to one-to-one correspondence. They begin to understand that each number represents a specific quantity. As they count and place the correct number of spindles into each compartment, they are matching the quantity with the numeral in a very concrete way. As the child works with the spindle box, they begin by matching each number with the correct quantity of spindles, starting from 1. When they reach 0, they notice something very important. There are no spindles to place in that space. At the same time, the basket is empty. and all the other compartments have the correct number of spindles. This allows the child to clearly see and understand that zero means nothing, not through memorization, but through direct experience. As the child's understanding grows, they are introduced to the golden bead materials. These materials make abstract mathematical concepts visible and tangible. The child can see and feel the difference between units, tens, hundreds, and thousands. Through this work, the child begins to understand place value in a very concrete way. They can build numbers, combine quantities, and even perform the four operations: additions, subtraction, multiplication, and division using real physical materials. Mathematics becomes something they can experience, not just something they are told. As they continue, the child is introduced to the stamp game. Here, they begin moving toward more abstract thinking. The material still represents units, tens, hundreds, and thousands, but it is more symbolic. Now the child relies less on physical quantity and more on their internal understanding. A similar journey happens in language. The child begins with the sensorial experience of sandpaper letters, where they connect sound, symbol, and movement through tracing. This strengthens muscular memory and prepares the hand for writing. Then they move to the movable alphabet, where they begin to build words and express their thoughts, even before they are able to write with the pencil. Through all of these carefully designed sequences, Montessori materials guide the child step by step from concrete experience to abstract understanding. The child is not simply being taught. The child is actively building knowledge through exploration and discovery. And this is the true purpose of Montessori materials, not just to teach academic skills, but to develop independence, confidence, and a deep understanding that comes from within the child. And this is something I have come to understand more deeply over time. In my early Montessori experience, I was very focused on the materials themselves, how to prepare them, how to present them, and how to follow the correct sequence. I saw the pink tower mainly as a way to help children recognize differences in size and build spatial awareness. But as I continue my studies, my perspective began to shift. I started to see that these materials are not just about learning specific skills, they are actually designed to unlock the child's potential. They support the child in building confidence, developing independence, and becoming a lifelong learner. And that truly is the deeper purpose of Montessori materials.